Elsie Maud Inglis stands as a monumental figure in the history of medicine, suffrage, and wartime humanitarianism, demonstrating profound capability and resilience in the face of institutionalized resistance. Born in 1864 in Naini, India, she was the daughter of a chief commissioner in the Indian civil service, but her medical career was shaped primarily in Edinburgh, Scotland. Inglis pursued her medical education during a period when opportunities for women in medicine were severely limited, eventually qualifying as a surgeon. Her dedication was twofold, combining the demanding practice of medicine with passionate advocacy for political reform. She was a committed and active supporter of the women's suffrage movement, recognizing that equality in professional life required equality under the law. Inglis established medical facilities specifically catering to women, understanding that access to quality healthcare was intrinsically linked to female autonomy and social empowerment. When the Great War erupted across Europe in August 1914, Inglis felt compelled to offer her professional expertise to the war effort. As a highly trained surgeon, she approached the Royal Army Medical Corps, or RAMC. She offered her services and the assistance of her professional colleagues. The reaction she received encapsulated the prevailing skepticism regarding women's roles in military medicine. The official response, which has since become widely known, was that she should simply go home and sit still. This dismissive attitude reflected institutional prejudice against female medical practitioners operating in frontline environments. It failed to deter her resolve. Instead of accepting the rejection, Inglis utilized her organizational skills, her network within the suffrage movement, and her unwavering determination to create an independent solution. Within weeks of the RAMC rejection, Inglis founded the Scottish Women Hospitals, or SWH. This organization was revolutionary in its structure. It was entirely staffed by women, including doctors, nurses, orderlies, and ambulance drivers. The SWH was not merely a collection of medical teams, but a powerful political statement proving women's capacity for highly disciplined and essential work under severe duress. The SWH units were quickly deployed to assist the Allied forces fighting in continental Europe. Their focus soon centered on Serbia, a nation facing overwhelming military pressure and a catastrophic public health crisis. The initial Scottish Women Hospitals unit arrived in Serbia in January 1915, setting up critical services amidst devastating fighting. They were confronted not only with battlefield injuries but also with a massive typhus epidemic that ravaged both the civilian population and the military forces. Inglis and her teams worked tirelessly to combat the spread of disease while simultaneously managing field hospitals. Their commitment became legendary throughout the region. Unfortunately, the Serbian army suffered immense losses during the Austro-Hungarian invasion. This led to a forced retreat and occupation by enemy forces later that year. Inglis and her staff were captured by the Central Powers in late 1915. Despite the period of internment, Inglis maintained her focus on patient care and organization. Following her eventual repatriation back to Britain in the spring of 1916, the SWH did not cease its operations. Inglis quickly redirected the organization's efforts to the Eastern Front. Her units were deployed to Russia, where they provided crucial medical support to the Serbian divisions fighting alongside Russian troops in the region of Dobruja. Inglis herself personally supervised the unit operating near Odessa on the Black Sea coast. The work remained arduous. It was characterized by poor infrastructure, severe shortages of supplies, and the brutal conditions of winter campaigning in the vast Russian territory. During this period of intense service, Inglis received extraordinary international recognition for her early efforts and brave conduct in Serbia. She became the first woman ever to be awarded the Order of the White Eagle, which is the highest honor bestowed by Serbia for military and civilian merit. This unprecedented distinction underscored the profound gratitude of the Serbian nation for the sacrifices made by the Scottish Women Hospitals units and specifically by Inglis herself. The award was presented to her in absentia in 1916. The final operational period of the SWH under Inglis' supervision occurred against the rapidly changing backdrop of political revolution in Russia. By 1917, the political climate had deteriorated dramatically. The February Revolution had destabilized the existing military infrastructure, and the subsequent Bolshevik seizure of power in November made the continued operation of foreign military support units highly precarious and unsafe. Recognizing the impossibility of continuing their mission effectively and safely, Inglis ordered the necessary evacuation of her medical teams from Russia. By this time, the health of Inglis was severely compromised. She had been diagnosed with cancer some time earlier but had resolutely insisted on remaining at her post until the safety of her personnel was assured and her official duties were fully concluded. The journey back to England was taxing, involving travel across vast distances under harsh logistical conditions. Elsie Maud Inglis arrived in the port of Newcastle upon Tyne on November 25, 1917. She died the very next day, November 26, 1917, immediately after setting foot back on British soil. Her death marked the end of a life defined by exceptional service, remarkable bravery, and a fierce commitment to challenging restrictive societal norms. The legacy of Elsie Inglis extends far beyond the successful treatment of thousands of soldiers and civilians in multiple theatres of war. She demonstrated unequivocally that women were capable of leadership, surgical excellence, and sustained endurance in the most challenging of environments. The Scottish Women Hospitals operated throughout the war. They ran 14 highly functional medical units across various war zones, entirely funded and staffed by female personnel. The actions of Inglis proved to be a powerful, practical argument for the suffrage movement. She achieved through competent action what political debate alone had struggled to secure. Her defiance of the instruction to go home and sit still transformed into one of the most remarkable stories of medical and humanitarian achievement during the First World War. This ensures her place as a pioneering and heroic figure in British and international history. Her organizational prowess, coupled with her dedication to equality and her patience, secured a permanent and honored memory in the annals of wartime service and medical progress. The tale of her unwavering commitment, her exceptional medical expertise, and the unique recognition she achieved from a grateful allied nation like Serbia continues to inspire generations who seek to overcome institutional barriers through sheer competence and moral conviction. Her life was a testament to courage and duty. It ended only when her vital mission was complete and she could finally return home, having fully discharged her responsibilities to her country and to global humanity.